He was a hero of mine growing up, and I remember coming here as a kid to watch him play. He's a class act and a great man. I understand he's retired in the Hershey area, but
he gave up coaching.
He did, eh?
I talked to him in the spring. He'd given up coaching his kids.
Yeah.
He needed a break.
Yeah. We all get to that point sometime.
Pete, another guy in history, Peters. Been here, tough guy, the 2A. I mean, talk about what he could bring to the team if he stays, or what he could do for Rochester.
You know what? He's a personable guy. He brings energy to the dressing room. He obviously knows his job. You know, he's been doing it for a long time. And those guys are valuable guys in the organization. You know, there's nights during the year where teams try to push around your players or take liberties with your star players, and it's always important to have a guy like that around.
Seems to have a good attitude. Like, he may be left behind, may not. I don't know, but I mean, it seems like, hey, it's hockey, and he loves it.
Yeah, he does. You know what? He's a guy that has really figured out a way to play. I remember seeing him as a 16-year-old player in the Ontario League, and he wasn't a heavyweight tough guy. He's made himself. He's embraced that role, and it's not an easy role to do, and made a living doing it. And a good one. That's a tough way to show up to work every day. But he's made himself a player.
What are you looking for tonight? I mean, you got a very veteran lineup going out there.
Well, you know what? Again, we're just looking to see some of the structure we're putting in place through training camp. A little bit of that, but more, to get these guys their legs, to play on our toes, to really push an attacking style, not sit back. We worked on our special teams this morning, a pregame skate, not a traditional pregame skate. We really trying to spend a lot of time in that area here. So you just want to see daily improvement. It's not as important the scoreboard as it is seeing some good things in how we play.
And you want to see David Booth out. It's his first game, real game back with physical contact. You wanted to see he's David again, and he's not thinking about anything, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And you know what? He feels good. He's saying all the right things. He looks good. And I think he's excited. I think, once he gets comfortable back on the ice and the contact and everyone flying around, I think, he'll be great again.
And you like Michael on that line, Weiss and Booth? Is that nice?
Well, Michael and Weiss seem to have some chemistry. Weisser enjoys playing with him. He's a smart player. We need some scoring. And again, I'm not married to any line combinations, but we'll start that way and hope that they can give us first line type scoring.
If you look at Michael, 21 goals each of the last 2 seasons. Although he went spurts, it was very inconsistent. Is that just something, maybe just his youth? I mean, you want to see less of that.
Well, he's a young guy. Like having said that he had 21, I thought he had a real good 21 goals in a good season his first year. Last season, I would call it a disappointing 21, and I think he would agree in our exit meeting. So, the good news about that is the upside is I think for him, he's a 30-goal scorer. And he can play more consistent. He can be a threat more nights, and his slumps can get shorter, and his streaks can get longer. I mean, that's part of maturing into an NHL. Not just a player, but a star player.
And when you say disappointing, it's because of the opportunities that he had. I mean, his first year he was on the 4th line. Last year, on the first 2 lines.
Well, and again, the reason we had the season we did last year wasn't Michael Froley. He was way down the list on things that went wrong. If anything, he came back and he didn't have a sophomore jinx. He put up the same type of numbers. I just think that he's got such potential. That his consistency of play, I think, could have been better, and I think he'd agree with that.